please subscribe to help you and your motorcycle perform better.
Dave Williams, editor here with today's video, Performance Tires 101. Now these tires are performance tires, Hypersport right on up through slicks. You might encounter some of these issues on the street, but mostly you'll encounter them in the performance environment of the track. However, if you're one of those street and canyon elbow draggers, this will apply to you too. Here's a preview.
Everything's done in sequence, correct? So with tire pressure in the morning, what do you do? Do you check it or not check it? How many check it first thing in the morning? So what's happened to both of these tires is that the top of the tire got very hot. The piece underneath stayed extremely cold. So that is called a cold tear. And you can put your fingernail under it and open it up like a crevasse on an ice field. You can dig in there and dig right down into the carcass. It's superheating on the top and the underneath is cold, so you get what is known as shear force. Two things rubbing against each other, one's got to give, right? Well, underneath is much thicker, denser, and heavier than what's on top, so the surface always gives, and it rips itself apart, and this is done in less than 20 minutes. Does it need the same pressure? It needs more. So, if you haven't found the data, right, you haven't got the instructions, you don't get online, you don't find it out, by sitting on the tire and knowing the carcass, you can guesstimate a pressure. But that doesn't mean your gauge is accurate. So what we do and what we look for is when we go out, we want a 4 to 5 PSI gain, which if you go and how many of you are or planning on running slicks? Okay. Best value for money you can ever get for two reasons. One, you can turn them around and get way more tire wear out of it. And two, because you're going to slicks, you don't have a tread pattern, right? You just have tiny little core holes that show you how much you're using. So based on that, the problem with tread pattern is that as you hit the road, it folds inwards, right? Because there's a hole. So what are you doing to the shape of the carcass? Continually, you're changing it. So you get a flat spot. What does that do to your radius? What does it do to you? It doesn't limit your grip at all. It increases your grip substantially. So this comes down to something quite simple and straightforward. If you put this tire on and tour in 20 minutes, what should you do with it?
Throw it away.
No. You save it for a day with the correct temperature, because tires heal 100%, and I've done that video after video after video after video for the Contact Patch playlist. They'll heal, but you have to have the right temperature. So if this was the wrong one, you need another tire. You don't throw it away. You can manage it by going up in pressure or down, and try both ways and see if it healed at all. If it didn't, it's off.
Catch the full video at davemosstuning.com.